Imagine a civilization so advanced, so powerful, that its name is echoed across the centuries. A city of unimaginable wealth and wisdom, swallowed by the sea in a single catastrophic night. This is the legend of Atlantis, the lost city that has haunted mankind's imagination for over 2 millennia. But was it ever real? Could such a place truly have existed? In this film, we take you deep into history, across oceans, deserts, and myths. We'll examine the latest scientific evidence, explore controversial theories, and unveil the incredible lengths to which seekers have gone, all in the eternal quest to find the lost city of Atlantis. Prepare to journey through time, mystery, and legend. The first and most detailed account of Atlantis comes from the Greek philosopher Plato, in 2 dialogues written around 360 BC, Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a mighty empire situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Known today as the Strait of Gibraltar, he described a society of incredible sophistication, engineers, philosophers, and warriors, ruled by wise kings and powered by ethical law. Their island was larger than Libya and Asia combined, rich in resources, and dotted with grand temples, palaces, and harbors. But this perfection wouldn't last. Plato tells us that when the Atlanteans grew arrogant and tried to conquer the known world, the gods struck them down. In just one day and one night, Atlantis vanished beneath the sea. Was this merely allegory, a fable with moral lessons, or was Plato recalling a real event, passed down through generations? Most academics argue that Plato used Atlantis as a metaphor, a cautionary tale about hubris and political corruption. But not everyone agrees. Some scholars and explorers believe Plato's words may have been based on a true account, perhaps handed down from older Egyptian or Mesopotamian sources. Plato himself claimed the story came from Solon, a respected Athenian lawmaker who traveled to Egypt and heard the tale from priests. Could this be evidence that Atlantis existed long before Plato's time, somewhere in a forgotten era of human history? One theory links the legend to a real historical disaster, the Thera eruption around 1600 BC. The volcanic island of Thera, now Santorini, exploded with a force that may have rivaled Krakatoa. It obliterated the Minoan settlement of Akrotiri and sent tsunamis racing across the Mediterranean. The Minoans, a highly advanced civilization on nearby Crete, experienced a sudden decline around the same time. Could Plato's story be a distorted memory of this real catastrophe? Akrotiri had paved streets, multi-story buildings, indoor plumbing and frescoes, much like the mythical Atlantis. While it wasn't beyond the Pillars of Hercules, it fits many of Plato's other details. The Minoans flourished from around 3000 to 1450 BCE and are considered Europe's first advanced civilization. They were master seafarers, trading goods across the Aegean and Mediterranean. Their art, religion, and architecture were sophisticated, even elegant, and then suddenly they were gone. Archaeologists now believe the Thera eruption and the resulting tsunamis may have severely weakened Minoan society, allowing Mycenaean Greeks to invade and take control. If so, this could be the origin of the Atlantis legend, a real society destroyed by nature and war, remembered in oral tradition and reimagined by Plato centuries later. Plato placed Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean, beyond the Pillars of Hercules. This has led generations of explorers to scour the Atlantic for signs of a sunken civilization. The Azores, Madeira, and the Canary Islands have all been proposed as possible remnants of Atlantis. In the 20th century, psychic Edgar Cayce famously claimed that ruins of Atlantis would be found near Bimini, in the Bahamas. In 1968, divers discovered a mysterious underwater rock formation called the Bimini Road. It appeared to be man-made, with large rectangular stones laid in the path. Skeptics say it's a natural geological formation, but to believers, it's a clue, one of many that Atlantis may still lie hidden beneath the waves. In recent decades, technology has revolutionized the hunt for Atlantis. Satellite imagery, sonar scanning, underwater drones, and 3D mapping allow researchers to peer beneath the sea like never before. In 2009, Google Earth users discovered a strange grid-like pattern on the ocean floor off the Canary Islands. Some thought it was Atlantis, until experts clarified that it was a result of ship sonar mapping tracks. Still, exploration continues. High-resolution scans of the Mediterranean, Caribbean, and Atlantic coastlines have revealed underwater anomalies, some of which remain unexplained. One of the most compelling alternative theories places Atlantis not under the sea, but in the heart of the Sahara Desert. The Rickhat structure, or the Eye of the Sahara, is a massive circular formation over 25 miles wide in Mauritania. Seen from space, it eerily resembles Plato's description of Atlantis, concentric rings of water and land. Satellite analysis and on-ground expeditions have found ancient artifacts, tools, bones, and pottery, suggesting human activity thousands of years ago. Could this be the remnants of Atlantis before the region dried up? Critics point out the lack of evidence for a cataclysmic flood, but if sea levels were higher during the last ice age, this site could once have been coastal. What if ancient civilizations were more advanced than we think? The Piri Reis map, created by an Ottoman admiral in 1513, appears to depict parts of South America and Antarctica with shocking accuracy. How did he know what Antarctica looked like centuries before modern discovery, and before it was covered in ice? Some theorists believe that remnants of ancient knowledge, perhaps from Atlantis, survived through secret traditions influencing later maps and cultures. Could the survivors of Atlantis have passed down knowledge through Egypt or the Americas? In recent years, new theories have emerged connecting Atlantis to the Americas. Some researchers believe Plato may have misinterpreted directions, and that the opposite continent was a new world. Structures like the Olmec Heads Mayan pyramids and even underwater ruins near Cuba have led some to propose that Atlantis was a lost American empire. These ideas remain controversial, but they challenge conventional thinking and raise the possibility that Atlantis may not lie in Europe at all. Nearly every ancient culture has a story of a great flood, from Noah's Ark in the Bible to the Epic of Gilgamesh, to flood myths in India, China, and the Americas. This recurring theme suggests a real global event, or series of events. During the Younger Dryas period, roughly 12,000 years ago, Earth underwent rapid climate shifts. Melting glaciers caused massive sea level rises. Entire coastlines vanished. Could these have inspired the legends of Atlantis and other drowned cities? If Atlantis was a symbol of any one of these cultures, then perhaps many Atlantises once existed, each lost to the rising seas. Not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue that Plato's story contains too many contradictions to be historical. For example, he described Atlantis as both technologically advanced and yet still using Bronze Age tools. The 9,000-year timeline doesn't align with any known civilization of that scale, and no confirmed archaeological site has ever been found to match all his descriptions. But supporters argue that Plato used allegory, symbolism, and possibly corrupted oral history, which doesn't necessarily disprove a real origin. While Atlantis remains elusive, there are real examples of underwater cities around the world. In India, the city of Dwarka was discovered submerged off the coast of Gujarat. It contains walls, streets, and what appear to be man-made structures. In Japan, the Yonaguni Monument, a massive stone structure under the sea, has sparked debate about whether it's natural or artificial. In the Mediterranean, cities like Baiae and Heracleon have been found underwater, with preserved temples, statues, and roads. These prove one thing: entire cities can vanish beneath the sea and remain hidden for thousands of years. The myth of Atlantis has been embraced by secret societies for centuries. The Rosicrucians, Theosophists, and even the Nazis believe in a hidden, ancient super-civilization. Some claim the people of Atlantis were ancestors of the Aryans or spiritual beings with psychic powers. While many of these ideas are pseudoscientific, they show the enduring fascination with Atlantis and how it has been interpreted through countless cultural lenses. Atlantis is more than a legend. It's a cultural phenomenon. From Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, to video games and conspiracy forums, the idea of a hidden world beneath the sea has become a powerful symbol. It represents lost knowledge, human pride, forgotten history, an eternal quest to rediscover what we've lost. Why are we so obsessed with Atlantis? Psychologists suggest it's the ultimate human fantasy. Paradise lost, a perfect society, destroyed by its own flaws, mirroring our fears for future. Atlantis lets us imagine that once we were greater, and perhaps we could be again. The mystery also taps into our deepest drive, curiosity, to search, to discover, to believe there's still magic left in the world. Of course, not all theories are grounded in archaeology. Some suggest Atlantis was a base for ancient astronauts, visitors from other worlds who brought technology and knowledge. These ideas are popular in conspiracy circles and TV shows, but have no solid evidence. Still, they reflect how powerful the Atlantis myth has become, shifting from legend to cultural mirror for every generation's hopes, fears, and beliefs. Whether or not we find Atlantis, the search has uncovered incredible insights. We've discovered real underwater cities, reevaluated ancient civilizations, and mapped ocean floors never seen before. In a way, the search for Atlantis has led to the rediscovery of humanity's true lost heritage, one city at a time. Atlantis may never be found, or perhaps it was never meant to be found. Whether it's buried in the sea, the desert, or the human psyche, Atlantis continues to challenge us, reminding us of our potential, our fragility, and our past. The story is not just about a lost city. It's about who we are and where we came from. Maybe the real power of Atlantis is not in its ruins, but in its mystery, a mystery that has lasted over 2,000 years. A story that still inspires explorers, scientists, and dreamers to this day. Could the next great discovery be just beneath the waves? Only time and the sea will tell. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the unknown. Like, share, and let us know. Do you believe Atlantis was real?